Hello, beautiful Virgos, and welcome. It truly warms my heart to have you join me here today. Your presence and wonderful energy always make these readings so special, and I am genuinely thankful for each and every one of you who takes the time to watch and share your thoughts in the comments. I feel like we are gathering together in a cozy space, ready to explore what the cards have in store for us, and that connection is something I deeply cherish. Let's create a peaceful and safe haven right here and now. Imagine this space filled with gentle, loving light, a place where you can feel completely at ease and open to receive the messages meant just for you. Remember, dear ones, that tarot is a tool for guidance and reflection. Take what resonates with your spirit and gently release anything that doesn't feel quite right. Your intuition is your most powerful compass, always guiding you perfectly. To help us open ourselves to the flow of blessings meant for us, let's embrace a powerful affirmation together. Please take a moment to settle in, take a deep breath, and repeat this mantra, either silently in your heart or by typing it in the comments below to solidify your intention. I am open to receiving the abundance the universe is sending me. Let this resonate within you as we begin our reading. Many of you lovely Virgos often carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, striving for perfection and deeply caring about getting things just right. This admirable dedication can sometimes tip over into intense self-criticism. Do you find yourself caught in a cycle of overthinking, constantly analyzing your actions and decisions, perhaps even feeling a subtle pressure to meet impossibly high standards, whether set by yourselves or perceived from the world around you? This relentless pursuit of flawlessness, while stemming from a place of wanting to do your best, can become a source of inner turmoil and quiet stress. Astrologically, recent planetary alignments have amplified energies that encourage introspection and a deeper look at our inner workings. For Virgos, already naturally inclined to self-analysis, this can intensify that critical inner voice. It's as if the cosmic spotlight is shining on those areas where you feel less than perfect, highlighting perceived shortcomings and fueling that familiar Virgoan tendency to scrutinize every detail. This cosmic influence is not meant to punish, but rather to bring awareness to patterns that might be holding you back from fully embracing your potential and joy. Do you find yourself in this current moment feeling particularly aware of your imperfections, or perhaps struggling with a sense of not being enough in some area of your life? This could manifest as feeling unseen or unappreciated for your efforts, or perhaps a nagging feeling that you are falling short of your own expectations or the expectations you believe others hold for you. This feeling, while common, is something we need to address so that it does not overshadow your inherent brilliance and capacity for joy. This persistent self-judgment can create a barrier to experiencing the very abundance the universe is longing to shower upon you. When your inner dialogue is dominated by criticism, it becomes harder to recognize and receive the good things that are rightfully yours. It's like trying to catch sunlight with your hands clenched tightly shut. You miss the warmth and the light. Recognizing this pattern is the first step toward loosening that grip and opening yourself to a more compassionate and accepting inner landscape. Therefore, it's crucial to understand that this feeling of intense self-scrutiny isn't a personal failing, but a challenge many Virgos are navigating right now. It's an invitation to shift perspectives, to soften that inner critic's voice, and to begin embracing a more gentle and forgiving approach towards yourself. This reading is designed to illuminate pathways towards self-compassion and to remind you of the incredible value you bring to the world, just as you are. All right, Virgos, let's turn our attention to the first card, representing the energy that is most prominent for you right now, the challenge you are currently navigating. Reveal card 1, 5 of Pentacles. Here we have the 5 of Pentacles. Looking at this image, we see figures outside in the cold, perhaps feeling excluded or like they are lacking something essential. This card often reflects a sense of hardship, worry about material security, or even feeling left out in the cold, emotionally or practically. For you, dear Virgo, this card can highlight that feeling of lack or inadequacy we discussed earlier. It's not necessarily about actual material poverty, but more about a feeling of being impoverished in some area of your life. Perhaps you are feeling unsupported, unseen in your efforts, or even worrying about not measuring up to certain standards, either your own very high ones or those you perceive from the outside world. This energy suggests a time where you might be focusing on what you perceive you don't have, rather than appreciating the abundance that already surrounds you. This could manifest as fixating on mistakes you believe you've made, or comparing yourself to others and feeling like you are falling short. It's a moment where self-doubt can creep in, whispering worries about your capabilities and worth. The Five of Pentacles is a call to acknowledge these feelings of lack and insecurity, but not to dwell in them. It's important to recognize that this card often depicts a perception of being outside, rather than actual exclusion. Look closely at the image. There is often light visible through the window of the building they are outside of, suggesting warmth, and help is actually nearby, if only they would turn and see it. So, Virgo, this first card encourages you to examine where you might be feeling unsupported or lacking confidence right now. It is a prompt to recognize these feelings, understand they are part of your current energy, but also to remember that help and resources are often closer than you think, and that your perceived lack might be obscuring the abundance already present in your life. Now, let's move on to the second card, which will illuminate the past influences that have shaped your present situation, particularly in relation to that feeling of lack we just discussed. Reveal card 2, Four of Cups. Here we have the Four of Cups. In this image, we see someone sitting, seemingly offered a cup, but their arms are crossed, and their gaze is turned inward, perhaps even appearing a bit sullen or disinterested. This card often speaks to past experiences that have led to a sense of apathy, boredom, or even missed opportunities. It can indicate a time when you might have been offered something positive, but due to being preoccupied with your inner world, or perhaps feeling disillusioned, you didn't fully recognize or appreciate the offering at hand. This ties into the self-critical Virgo energy, as past disappointments, real or perceived, can fuel that inner critic. Think back to times when you might have been presented with chances for growth, connection, or joy, but perhaps you were feeling too focused on imperfections or past setbacks to fully embrace them. Maybe you were so busy analyzing what went wrong or what could go wrong that you missed the good things happening right in front of you. This card can highlight a pattern of overlooking blessings because your attention was elsewhere. For Virgos, with your keen eye for detail, this could manifest as dwelling on past mistakes or perceived failures, causing you to become somewhat closed off to new possibilities. The Four of Cups can represent a period where you might have withdrawn slightly, perhaps feeling a bit uninspired or even resistant to change, even if those changes were potentially positive. Let me share a little story. I once knew someone, a Virgo actually, who was incredibly talented at painting. She received several compliments and even offers to display her art, but she was so fixated on the minor flaws she saw in her work that she dismissed these opportunities. She was so focused on what she perceived as not good enough that she missed out on sharing her beautiful gift with the world, and for a time felt quite unfulfilled as a result. Just like in that story, the Four of Cups in this position suggests that past experiences where you might have been overly critical of yourself or focused on negativity could be contributing to your current feelings. It's an invitation to reflect on these past moments, not with regret, but with understanding. Recognize how these past patterns might be influencing your present perspective, and consider how you can gently shift your focus towards openness and receptivity moving forward. Now let's uncover the third card, which brings a message of potential and opportunity, highlighting the strengths you possess to navigate the challenges and move beyond those past influences. Reveal card 3, the Star. The Star. What a beautiful and hopeful card to appear here. Looking at this radiant image, we see a figure kneeling by the water, pouring out vessels under the light of a bright star and surrounding stars. This card is a beacon of hope, renewal, and inspiration. The star signifies a time of healing, rejuvenation, and reconnecting with your inner guidance. After the potential feelings of lack and past disappointments, this card emerges as a promise of brighter days ahead. It speaks to the opportunity to release those self-critical patterns and embrace a more optimistic outlook. For you, Virgo, this is an incredibly encouraging message, reminding you of your inherent ability to heal and find peace within. This card highlights your potential to tap into your natural Virgoan strengths, your analytical mind, your attention to detail, and your desire for improvement, but to use them in a more constructive and self-compassionate way. Instead of focusing those skills on self-criticism, the star invites you to direct them towards self-nurturing and creating positive change in your life. It's about using your discernment to cultivate well-being, not to tear yourself down. The star is also about faith and trust in the universe. It encourages you to believe in a brighter future, even if things feel challenging right now. This card suggests that there are blessings and opportunities flowing towards you, and by opening yourself to hope and optimism, you can more easily receive them. It's a reminder that even after periods of darkness or difficulty, there is always the potential for renewal and light to return. Think of the star as a gentle whisper reminding you of your own inner light and resilience. It's an affirmation that you possess the strength and wisdom to move beyond any feelings of inadequacy and to create a life filled with purpose and joy. This card is a powerful invitation to embrace hope, believe in yourself, and recognize the abundant potential for healing and happiness that resides within you. Let the star be your guide as we continue our reading, knowing that brighter days are indeed on the horizon for you. Dear Virgo, let's now turn our attention to the fourth card, which will shed light on the external influences currently at play in your situation. This card will help us understand how the energies around you, perhaps from other people or circumstances, might be impacting your feelings of self-worth and those challenges we've been discussing. Reveal card 4, Judgment. Here we see the Judgment card. In this powerful image, figures are rising from coffins, answering a call, with an angel sounding a trumpet from above. The Judgment card, in this context of external influences, often speaks to a time of reckoning, evaluation, or even feeling judged by the world around you. It can highlight a sense of being called to account, or perhaps feeling like you are under scrutiny from others. This might manifest as feeling pressure to meet external expectations or perceiving criticism or evaluation from your environment, whether it's at work, in your personal life, or even within your own community. For you, Virgo, with your sensitive nature and desire to be seen as competent and capable, this energy can feel particularly intense. You might be acutely aware of how others perceive you, perhaps even overthinking their opinions or judgments. It's possible you are sensing a need to prove yourself or feeling the weight of others' expectations pressing down on you. However, the key message of the Judgment card is not about external condemnation, but rather about an inner awakening and a call to your higher self. The trumpet call is not from others, but from within, urging you to rise above external noise and listen to your own inner wisdom. It's a reminder to evaluate your life based on your own values and inner compass, rather than solely on external validation or approval. Therefore, Virgo, this card is urging you to discern whose voice you are truly listening to. Are you allowing external pressures and judgments to dictate your self-perception, or are you tuning into your own internal guidance system? The Judgment card in this position is a powerful invitation to prioritize your inner voice, your intuition, and your own sense of truth above the demands and opinions of your surrounding environment. It's about recognizing your own inherent worth, regardless of external validation. Moving forward, let's draw the fifth card, which will offer direct guidance and advice on how to navigate these energies, overcome the challenge of self-criticism, and embrace the opportunities that are presenting themselves. Reveal card 5, the Hermit. Here we have the Hermit. We see a solitary figure, holding a lantern, standing atop a mountain, seemingly in quiet contemplation and seeking inner illumination. The Hermit as guidance is a powerful message urging you to turn inward for answers and wisdom. After considering external influences with the Judgment card, the Hermit beautifully complements that by advising you to prioritize introspection and solitude. It's a call to step away from the noise of the world, the pressures of external expectations, and even the clamor of your own self-critical thoughts to find clarity within. This card suggests that the most valuable guidance you need right now is not to be found in external sources, but rather through quiet reflection and listening to your own inner voice. For you, Virgo, who often gives so much attention to detail and external analysis, this is an invitation to balance that with deep introspection. It's about creating space for stillness so you can hear the whispers of your intuition and connect with your inner knowing. Practically, the hermit might be suggesting that you benefit greatly from spending time alone in quiet contemplation or meditation. Perhaps engaging in activities that allow you to disconnect from external distractions and reconnect with yourself, such as journaling, spending time in nature, or simply enjoying moments of peaceful solitude. This isn't about isolation, but about intentional retreat for the purpose of gaining clarity and self-understanding. The hermit's lantern symbolizes the light of inner wisdom. It suggests that by going within, you will find the answers and the guidance you seek. The answers to overcoming self-criticism, to recognizing your worth, and to navigating external pressures are already within you. You simply need to create the space and quiet to listen. Embrace the energy of the hermit, Virgo, and allow yourself the gift of solitude and introspection to illuminate your path forward. Now, let's weave together the messages from all 5 cards to create a cohesive picture of your current journey and the guidance being offered. We began with the 5 of Pentacles, highlighting a feeling of lack or insecurity, perhaps feeling unsupported or unseen. Then, the 4 of Cups pointed to past influences, suggesting a pattern of overlooking opportunities or feeling apathetic due to past disappointments and self-criticism. However, the Star emerged as a beacon of hope, reminding you of your potential for healing, renewal, and reconnecting with your inner light and inherent strengths. The Judgment card then highlighted external influences, suggesting you might be feeling judged or pressured by external expectations, urging you to prioritize your inner voice over external noise. Finally, the Hermit offered guidance, advising you to embrace solitude and introspection to find clarity and inner wisdom. Synthesizing these messages, we see a journey from feeling lacking and self-critical, influenced by past patterns and external pressures, towards a path of inner healing, self-discovery, and empowerment. Essentially, the cards are showing you that while you might be currently experiencing self-doubt and feeling the weight of external expectations, the universe is reminding you of your inherent potential and guiding you towards self-compassion and inner wisdom as the solutions. The journey is about shifting your focus from perceived lacks and external validation to recognizing your inner resources and trusting your own guidance. Let me share a story that resonates with these energies. I once worked with a lovely Virgo woman, we'll call her Sarah, who was incredibly talented and dedicated in her career. However, Sarah constantly battled intense self-criticism and always felt like she wasn't doing enough, despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. She was constantly seeking approval from her superiors and colleagues, and felt deeply discouraged by any perceived slight or lack of explicit praise. She was embodying that 5 of Pentacles energy, always feeling lacking in self-worth and recognition. Sarah's pattern stemmed from past experiences where her efforts were often overlooked, echoing the 4 of Cups. She had internalized a belief that she wasn't good enough unless constantly validated externally, and she was deeply affected by the judgment of her professional environment. However, one day, Sarah decided to take a weekend retreat by herself, a hermit moment. During this time of solitude and reflection, she began to journal and meditate, and something shifted. She started to recognize her own intrinsic value, independent of external praise. She realized her self-criticism was a learned pattern, not a reflection of her true capabilities. Like the Star, her inner light began to shine brighter as she nurtured self-compassion. Sarah started making decisions based on her own inner compass, not on seeking external approval. She still valued feedback, but it no longer defined her self-worth. Just like Sarah, dear Virgo, you have the power to shift from self-criticism to self-compassion, from seeking external validation to trusting your inner wisdom. The cards are showing you that this is your time for inner healing and empowerment. Embrace the guidance, trust your journey, and know that you are inherently worthy and capable just as you are. Now, dear Virgo, let's gently address some of those limiting beliefs that might be whispering doubts in your ear, holding you back from fully embracing your potential. These beliefs are often deeply ingrained, like old programs running in the background, influencing how you see yourself and the world. It's important to bring them into the light, examine them with compassion. and realize they don't define your truth. You are so much more than any limiting belief. One common whisper for Virgos is, "I am not good enough." It's understandable. You might feel this way sometimes, especially with your high standards and keen awareness of imperfections. The world often emphasizes flaws, and for detail-oriented Virgos, this can be amplified. You see the nuances, the areas for improvement, and it's easy to get caught in a cycle of self-correction, feeling perpetually almost there but never quite enough. But what if we reframe this? What if good enough isn't the goal? What if your inherent value isn't tied to flawlessness, but to your unique essence, your caring heart, and your dedication? Imagine shifting from striving for an impossible ideal to embracing your authentic self, imperfections, and all. Your worth is not measured by external standards, but by the beautiful soul you are. Another limiting belief might be, "I have to do everything perfectly." This pressure for flawlessness can be incredibly heavy, creating anxiety and preventing you from enjoying the process of creation or achievement. It can lead to procrastination, fear of failure, and a constant state of stress. It's like trying to walk on a tightrope perfectly every single step, exhausting and unsustainable. Consider this. What if imperfection is not failure, but simply part of being human? What if mistakes are not setbacks, but valuable learning opportunities guiding you towards growth and greater understanding? Allow yourself to be perfectly imperfect. Embrace the beauty of the journey with its twists, turns, and occasional stumbles. It's in these moments of imperfection that true growth and resilience are found. Let's now gently replace those limiting beliefs with empowering affirmations and a short visualization to nourish your soul. Virgo, affirmations are like seeds of positive thought, and when repeated with intention, they can reprogram your subconscious mind, creating a more positive and self-loving inner dialogue. Visualization helps you embody these affirmations, making them feel more real and attainable. Take a deep, calming breath. Close your eyes softly if you feel comfortable, and let's begin. Repeat these affirmations, either silently in your mind or aloud, feeling the truth of these words resonate within you. I am inherently worthy and valuable just as I am. Allow yourself to truly absorb this statement, letting go of any self-doubt or feelings of inadequacy. You are enough. Now affirm, my imperfections are part of my unique beauty and humanity. Embrace your flaws, knowing they don't diminish your worth, but rather add depth and richness to your character. See your imperfections not as weaknesses, but as endearing quirks that make you, you. They are part of what makes you relatable and real. Continue with, I release the need for perfection and embrace progress and growth. Let go of the pressure to be flawless, and instead, focus on the journey of learning and evolving. Celebrate small steps forward and acknowledge your efforts, no matter how imperfect they may seem. Progress, not perfection, is the key. Visualize yourself surrounded by a warm, golden light of self-love and acceptance. See this light filling every cell of your body, dissolving any feelings of self-criticism or doubt. Imagine this light radiating outwards, attracting positivity, abundance, and loving connections into your life. Feel the warmth and comfort of this light embracing you completely. Finally, affirm, I am open to receiving the abundance the universe is sending me, and I gratefully accept it. Remember the mantra we started with, reconnect with that feeling of openness and receptivity. Visualize yourself receiving blessings with open arms and a grateful heart. Know that you deserve all the good things that are meant for you. Take another deep breath and gently open your eyes, carrying this feeling of empowerment with you. To integrate the insights from this reading into your daily life, Virgo, let's outline some practical, actionable steps you can take this week. These are simple yet powerful actions designed to help you shift from self-criticism to self-compassion and to start embodying the empowering messages we've explored. Remember, small, consistent steps lead to significant transformation over time. Firstly, practice daily self-compassion breaks. When you notice that inner critic starting to chime in, pause, place a hand on your heart, and say to yourself, this is a moment of suffering. Acknowledge your feeling without judgment. Then remind yourself, suffering is a part of life. Recognize that everyone experiences challenges and imperfections. Finally, offer yourself kindness, saying something like, "May I be kind to myself in this moment," or "May I give myself the compassion I need." Secondly, engage in daily appreciation moments. Each day, take a few minutes to intentionally focus on appreciating yourself. Think of 3 things you genuinely like or appreciate about yourself. This could be a skill, a quality, an action you took, or simply something you value about your inner being. Write them down, say them aloud, and truly feel the appreciation for yourself. Thirdly, schedule solitude time into your week. Just like the hermit advised, consciously create space for quiet reflection. This could be 15 minutes each day, or a longer block of time once or twice a week. Use this time for meditation, journaling, walking in nature, or simply being still and listening to your inner voice without distractions. Protect this time as a precious gift to yourself. Next, track your progress with affirmations. Choose 1 or 2 affirmations from Chapter 11 that resonated most strongly with you. Write them down and place them where you will see them regularly on your mirror, your phone, or your workspace. Each day, consciously repeat these affirmations several times, feeling the intention behind the words. Notice how your inner dialogue gradually shifts over the week. Finally, share this video with someone who came to mind while watching. Consider who in your life might also benefit from these messages of self-compassion and empowerment. By sharing this video, you not only extend kindness to another, but also reinforce these positive messages for yourself. Perhaps ask them, who did this tarot video remind you of, sparking a positive conversation and connection? Now, let's turn our attention to some lucky numbers and significant letters that resonate with the energies we've explored in this reading. Numbers often carry vibrational frequencies that can align with our intentions and provide subtle guidance. For this Virgo reading, the number 5 stands out prominently as we drew the 5 of Pentacles. This number reminds us of change and transformation, urging you to move beyond feelings of lack and embrace new perspectives. Additionally, the number 4, from the 4 of Cups, speaks to stability and grounding, suggesting that finding inner stability will be key to overcoming past patterns. Considering these energies, numbers like 5 and 4, and combinations such as 54 or 45, could be particularly auspicious for you in the coming days or weeks. These numbers might appear in unexpected places, a street address, a time, or even a number in a dream. Pay attention to these synchronicities, as they can serve as gentle nudges from the universe, reminding you of the messages within this reading and encouraging you to stay aligned with your path of self-compassion and inner growth. You might also find number sequences like 444 or 555 holding significance, amplifying the energies of stability and transformation. As for significant letters, let's consider letters that resonate with Virgo qualities and the central themes of our reading. The letter V, of course, for Virgo, symbolizes your analytical nature and your dedication to service. The letter H, inspired by the hermit, reminds you of the power of introspection and seeking wisdom within. And the letter S, for the star, represents hope, healing, and the shining of your inner light. These letters can act as personal anchors, reminding you of your strengths and the guidance offered in this reading. You might find these letters appearing in words that catch your eye, or perhaps they will come to mind as you make decisions. Consider using these letters as inspiration for affirmations or journaling prompts. For example, you could journal about how you can embody the V in Virgo by using your analytical skills for self-improvement, or how you can embrace the H by creating moments of hermit-like solitude for reflection. The S can remind you to always nurture hope and allow your inner star to shine brightly, regardless of external circumstances. In closing, dear Virgo, remember the core values illuminated by these cards: self-compassion, trust in your journey, and the inherent strength that resides within you. The lesson is to gently release the grip of self-criticism and embrace a more loving and accepting perspective of yourself. The future holds immense positive possibilities as you step into your power, guided by your inner wisdom and radiating your unique Virgo brilliance out into the world. Trust the path unfolding before you, knowing that you are supported and deeply deserving of all the abundance the universe has in store. My dearest Virgos, as we bring this reading to a close, I want to send you the warmest blessings and encouragement on your continued journey. Remember that you are inherently valuable, capable, and deeply loved by the universe. You are on the right path, even amidst challenges, and your willingness to explore these messages shows your commitment to growth and self-awareness. Acknowledge and celebrate your efforts in seeking deeper understanding and embracing positive change within your life. I sincerely invite you to share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. Did any part of this reading particularly resonate with you? Are there any insights or affirmations you are taking away? Your experiences and questions not only create a beautiful sense of community here, but also help others who are walking a similar path. If you feel drawn to explore your personal journey in more depth, you can also consider a personal reading for tailored guidance and support should you feel called to do so. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for sharing your precious energy and time with me today. It is a true privilege to connect with you in this way. I wish you all an abundance of self-compassion, inner peace, and joyful moments as you move forward. May your path be illuminated with clarity, and may you always remember the radiant star that shines brightly within you. Until our paths cross again, take care